A small burn pile quickly spread into a 30-acre firefight for Smith County firefighters after it got out of control. Good evening and thank you for joining us.
Yes, several agencies had to put this thing out and end it as it was spreading toward homes this evening. Firefighters responded to an area off Oak Road. It's in Winona. That's off County Road 363. Tonight, KLTV7's April Peardon is putting you right in the middle of the action.
14-year-old Aiden Holmes was the first in his household to realize something was wrong.
I came outside and then I just smelled smoke. Then I saw like a big ball just going up into the sky.
Holmes immediately called his parents to alert them.
It just started spreading all around and all the debris just started spreading a lot.
He says the massive blanket of smoke covering his neighborhood was unlike anything he's ever seen.
At first I was just shocked because I've never seen that much just smoke all around the area, just going all the way down the roads.
Andy Stevens saw the smoke upon returning home and could only think about the danger facing his neighbors.
Just worried about everybody involved. There's a lot of houses around. Just wanted to make sure everybody was okay.
Smith County Deputy Fire Marshal Andrew Rapp confirmed that a small escape burn pile caused the nearly 30-acre fire.
It was a pretty small burn pile. It just happened to jump outside of its contained area.
Several responders from Gladewater, Smith County, and the State Forest Service battled the scene. And although there's no active burn ban, Rapp warns that any burning requires constant supervision.
Make sure that if you're out here burning, that you have a water source actively out here with you that's able to put out any fires that might spread. It is safe to burn as long as the conditions are right.
That means taking the proper precautions to protect your home and your neighbors from a runaway wildfire. April Peardon, KLTV 7 News.
He wants a reminder for you. If your fire gets out of control, you could face a Class C misdemeanor. Those can carry fines up to $2,000, higher charges for illegal burning, and steep bills to pay for the damage.